now go to 6 by 3-minute rounds. Please welcome into the blue corner from Thailand, Pattapong, Kanya.
Moonlight glows, the rhythm starts, dancing close with beating hearts. High above, the stars align in this groove, space and time. Bangkok nightlife, feel the sound.
Fighting tonight out of the red corner from Saudi Arabia, Ebrahim.
Get up, get down, let's move, let's groove. Feel the beat, feel the heat, let's lose, let's choose. This night is ours, the stars, the lights were shining bright. Alright, ooh yeah. Hands up, don't stop, we're flying high in the sky. So high, we're flying by. The bass is thumping, hearts jumping, boom. Let's light it up, no stop, this room, let's go. Dance all night, dance all night. Feel the vibe, feel the light. Can't take a seat, our hearts pounding, sound surrounding, keep it bouncing, move astounding. Ooh yeah, ooh yeah. Dance all night, dance all night. Feel the vibe, feel the light. Dance all night, dance all night. We won't stop, we won't. Flash, lights, love this beat. Electric, dynamic, can't take a seat. Our hearts pounding, sound surrounding, keep it bouncing, move astounding. Ooh yeah, ooh yeah. Dance all night, dance all night.
Let's go, boys.
All right, everybody, we move on to fight number 7. We've got Abdullah, Ebrahim, Dawod fighting Pattapong, Kanya. Abdullah representing Yemen and Saudi Arabia. He's got 1 fight on his professional boxing record, 1 victory, taking on Pattapong from Thailand. 3 fights on his professional boxing record.
And you can see the rhythm between these two fighters, Ali. Very, very different. We see that, you know, the nice jabs being used by by Abdullah right now. Abdullah just very, very calmly using that jab and that 1-2 right down the middle.
Abdullah with the high guard. Pattapong just pushing out the jab, pushing out the lead hand.
And the problem here is Pattapong trying to throw that right hand, but he's not planting his feet, Ali. And when you lift those feet off the ground, you take a lot of power out of your shots. You may reach your opponent, but for what reason?
Yeah, you need to have 2 points of contact with the foot, with the ground when you throw a punch. You see that a lot with beginners where they take one foot off the floor. It's normally when they're throwing a power shot like the lead hand.
I mean, you can do it with a jumping hook if you're landing the clean shot, but it's the kinetic chain that you're talking about, right? Planting those feet, sitting down on the punches.
Good sharp jab there from Abdullah. Leading with the uppercut again out of the way as well from the counter from Pattapong.
And this is where he needs to be, Ali. He's got the right idea. He's got the right idea of the counter punch. He's just not sitting down with his hips. Lovely work by Abdullah to go to the body there and then step back, getting himself out of danger. Great boxing by this young man, Abdullah.
Good right hand again there by Abdullah. That seems to be the money shot for him, and another good overhand right. Looks like Pattapong was slightly flustered in that exchange.
Pattapong just giving him a smirk as well to let him know that was a good shot. So sportsmanship being demonstrated inside the squared circle right now.
High guard there by Abdullah.
Beautiful.
Another beautiful right hand to the body. Just the way he's setting it up, Jimmy, throwing the uppercut, getting Pattapong to shut up, and then landing that right hand to the body with the opening that he created.
Yeah, that rear uppercut to the body, absolutely devastating when it lands, but such a risky shot, and that shot definitely hurt Pattapong. If you're Abdullah, you should be reading into that. Pattapong did not like that shot to the body.
Good right hand, but just looks like he clipped Pattapong to the back of the head with that lead hook, just by accident for sure. Final 10 seconds of the round.
It's not, that noise was not the sound of the clapper, it was the sound of a rubber glove.
Swing and a miss there by Abdullah, something that we haven't seen so far in the first round.
And look what Abdullah's doing here as well, something we spoke about in that previous fight, Ali. punching the guard of your opponent. Start to go for that left hook to the right hand, even if the guard is high.
Right hand there by Pattapong. His corner again behind that one. Wanting him to lose the jab more, and that is the end of the first round. We're going to round 2 shortly, but before that, we've got the replays for you.
I mean, the thing about going to the guard as well, Ali, is it makes it harder for your opponent to predict where you're not willing to throw a shot. You've got to make your opponent believe, I don't care where you put your guard, I'm still going to throw punches to where I want to. It's a psychological battle of, I'm still going to try and hit you, even when you're not giving me what you're available. Now, Abdullah using the barbed wire technique, as I call it, holding up your elbow as your opponent comes towards you, where it's basically, if you walk into it, that's on you. Now, the referee can call you up on it, but it was a famous move by Bernard Hopkins where he would just leave that forearm out, and, you know, very famously, a fighter, Winky Wright, was cut by it, and then eventually that's what led him on to get that victory. So a lot of fighters now like to leave that forearm and elbow out.
Well, let's see what adjustments can be made for round number 2. We've got Abdullah Ebrahim Dawod in the red corner wearing the blue trunks with the black trim. And in the blue corner, we have Pattapong Kanya wearing the black trunks with the red and blue trim.
So to me, this is the point where you've now got to realize how much information did I download from my opponent, how much can I upload in this second round. Abdullah has now got to put everything he's learned in that first round together in this second round. He doesn't want to play with his food, so to speak. He's got to try and look at finishing this fight as well.
Right hand there by Abdullah. Pattapong started off this round aggressively, though, just launching that right hand. But again, like we talked about, 2 points of contact with the feet, lifting the right foot off the ground as he threw the right hand. Just needs to plant his feet more, Pattapong. This is a bit better from him. You lead him with the jab and making Abdullah get on his bicycle, go on the back foot.
Nice jab once again. I mean, Abdullah just using that jab just to constantly set up that range. You can see there, he's trying to set up that right hand as well. He's found his target, he's found his range. He now needs to just see when he can crack it, and there it is. Beautiful shot there, and the referee might even call that a knockdown. If the corner or the ropes hold you up from falling down, it is considered a knockdown, but he looks on shaky legs, Ali.
Yeah, he does. It was almost like it was a delayed reaction from that punch.
You know, often your mind is okay, but your legs go to jelly in these situations.
Good right hand again there from Abdullah. And Pattapong showing a big heart, trying to stay in there. He's got half a round to go. Pattapong.
And if he keeps turning his head like this, Ali, the referee might even look at just telling him, you can't keep turning around, because it's usually a sign of not trying to engage with the action. It's like holding too much in a fight, turning your back on your opponent. The referee can call you upon it.
Jab there from Abdullah. Abdullah slowed down from the knockdown, but picking his punches.
And this is where he needs to really come alive, Ali. Like I said before, he doesn't want to play with his food. He's already got that knockdown. He's already dominating this fight, but you now need to start proving to your opponents in the future and the people who might want to sponsor you that you're also able to stop opponents inside that ring as well. So this isn't just about winning the fight, it's also demonstrating your skills to anybody watching.
Abdullah trying to measure with the jab.
Swing and a miss there, and Abdullah, to me, looked like he's breathing heavy. He's got to get that jab working for him, because Pattapong, although Pattapong is hurt, Pattapong is losing the fight, he's still dangerous with that right hand, but we need a little bit more engagement from him.
Right hand there from Pattapong. Tempo really slowed down near towards the second half of that second round. Final 5 seconds on the clock, and that is the end of round number 2. Well, the highlight of that round was the knockdown that came from Abdullah. It was a delayed reaction. Pattapong took the punch. Very off balance in this second round. Pattapong just trying to throw everything he had at Abdullah, but his feet, not carrying his feet very well, not staying well balanced. Right hand there on the replay from Pattapong. I really want to see that knockdown from Abdullah, because as Pattapong was charging at him, and Abdullah was able to land a counter shot. Pattapong falling, stumbling into the ropes, and then eventually taking a knee from the punch from the right hand.
Yeah, I mean, we were saying it before, Ali, like, he's got to start setting things up. You notice it very carefully. He was already starting to slow down in the late half of that round. Now, we could also put it down to just a little bit of fatigue, and also when you realize that you've put your opponent down, you start to take your foot off the gas, but to me, that's where you need to turn it up a lot more.
Yeah, here we go, round 3 underway. Let's see if Abdullah can put his foot down or if Pattapong can finally find a shot that's going to flip the script here in his favor.
I mean, this is the longest fight we've seen so far, Ali, so this is the moment where you've got to start demonstrating all the skills. Like I've said time and time again, what have you learned in the previous rounds that you can now use in the later rounds? Boxing isn't always about knockouts and knockdowns, but it is about being able to dominate your opponent in situations like this.
Good right hand there from Abdullah. Abdullah with the right hand and the left hook to the body. Pattapong smirking though, shrugging it off. And trying to land his own 1-2, but missing. Abdullah kept catching him with another counter punch.
And I am curious, what would happen if Abdullah just stays in the pocket with Pattapong? He lands these nice body shots, he lands these 1-2 punch combinations, then takes a big step back. Unless you've got big, stinging knockout power, you've sometimes just got to turn up that tempo and start using combinations. Beautiful right hand.
Great right hand there by Abdullah. And for a second time in this fight, Pattapong is on the canvas. Struggling to get up, doesn't look like he's going to make it. Referee is at 8, and that is it. The fight is over. Abdullah improves his professional boxing record to 2 fights, and he remains undefeated with that knockout as well. I mean, what performance it was from Abdullah, just taking his time and soaking up the moment right here on the corner post. There's that right hand yet again.
Yeah, I mean, he was looking for it. He kept trying to find it. When he started turning it up, started putting a little bit more tempo into his action, he did a very good job. Let's go to Mr. Philip Player with the official announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, in 1 minute 8 seconds of round 3, a victory, ladies and gentlemen, to the red corner. Please give him a big hand, Abdullah Ebrahim Dawod.